and the group. We are Dave's driving school, and when we were first grouped and given this task, I really think that was the sort of face that I pulled. I think we really thought, oh my God, what are we going to do? How are we going to do it? It was a flurry, really. We were desperate to talk about it, think of ideas, how we were going to do it, discuss it. And I think we just really wanted to find a format which covered loads of assessment. We didn't know what direction to go in, and I think we were just really desperate to get an idea.
Yeah, so having got all the ideas together, we decided that we could do something that perhaps I know quite well. It's doing the driving instructor. As you know, I do the minibus training for the college, so we decided to do Dave's driving. And Richard, perhaps we could pass over to you as to the assessments that are within that driving.
Well, with Dave's brilliant idea of Dave's driving, he just came back and said, well, I cover loads of assessment in my, in my practice. So, I mean, the types of assessment we were looking at, obviously we looked at initial and diagnostic, interviews and theory tests, and direct and open questioning, and leading questioning, etc. Group discussions, observations, all of these different things. And we thought, well, Dave's sort of vehicle, I suppose, no pun intended, for learning. Well, we thought, well, that would be great. And the way we thought, well, how are we actually going to present? How are we actually going to deliver this? I suppose. So we thought, well, Dan really was the key to that. So that part of the operation, and he thought about putting or constructing a website, which would illustrate all the processes of Dave's driving school, effectively. So that's kind of what we've done. We put together a storyboard, which includes an introduction, a theory, which includes a classroom-based session, a practical, which again is includes things like observation and peer assessment, etc., and a review, and then a final conclusion of all the different method assessments that we've covered. So we kind of wrote this storyboard, some of it more humorous than others, I guess. And then we decided we'll actually construct the website itself, and with Dan's expertise, we created a homepage, which you will look at in a moment. And I guess on that homepage, we've tried to keep it very simple and basic, so it's not too complicated to look at initially. And it follows exactly that structure here, which is basically an introduction, which covers things like initial and diagnostic assessment, and interviews, theory, which covers direct and open questioning, and also a more formalised test. And with a practical, again, we're looking at things like observation and peer assessment in that as well, and then a final, obviously, review. From the homepage, you can link across. At the beginning, it just gives you an overview of the site, just to give you a general idea. But I'll pass it on to Dan, and he can just sort of show you the actual construction, so you can have a look around. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Basically, what we did, like Rich said, it's like the homepage is a bit of a contents page for the rest of the work, which goes through all the assessments. We mocked up the driving test. We had a couple of people on the test. Dave was the instructor, and we basically went through the test. This site looks something a bit like this. So in a minute, what we're going to do is get you guys to log on and go through it. We started with, like Rich said, we go down through the site. We have the initial assessments, the theory-based stuff. We go through to the practical driving test. The reason we use the website is so we can put the videos on, put photos on to evidence the fact that we've gone through all this.
And document why we're doing it clearly, the different assessment strategies in every part. It's just a clear way that you guys can look at what we've done and hopefully refer to it in your own teaching practice in your style, putting your sort of personal touch to your assessment.
Okay. If you scroll, just to give you an idea how they actually, just so you can see what the links are, everything linked is in green, so you can hyperlink. For instance, this just gives us an overview of formal and informal assessment to tell you exactly sort of, obviously formal assessment looking at norm reference assessment, criterion reference assessment, and obviously giving examples underneath, as well as obviously down here looking at informal assessment methods too. If we go back quickly, just have a look at the, which one was it, the peer assessment page, just to give you a rough. So first, if you click on practical dive test, we've got the peer assessment here. Scroll down a second down. you can see here that basically for each type of assessment we've got the style of assessment, the type, whether it's formal or informal, the purpose of that particular assessment, the positives and the kind of negatives for using that method of assessment, and obviously equality and diversity issues and whether it meets the 6 strands of assessment there as well. And then underneath we've put how we currently use that assessment in our own practice, and obviously how, from what we've learned from the research that we've done, how we feel we can improve on our own current practice through that particular type of assessment, and that's done for every single one. So the format is exactly the same. With each one there are some videos to illustrate, you know, to back up that text, you know, and hopefully cause you some amusement in the process. So,
I think for us, when we were doing this, we actually learned quite a lot from each other's methods of assessment, just by grouping all our information together and coming together each Tuesday night. It was really good, I found.
Definitely.
So, yeah. Okay. So each of you should have a handout on your desk.
This is our just
It's our minimum carbon footprint handout.
One handout.
We are here to offer any, information on what we've done, or if anyone wants any questions answered of how we've gone about the task or the website itself, please grab us.
We'll be coming around and sort of helping you.
And it'd be interesting for us to hear your views on what you think of the site.
Use the headphones because the videos have sound.
Yeah, the headphones, yeah. And if for those of you who haven't got logins, we can help log you on as well.
Yes,
So,
shout. Hayley. Did you hear that, guys? Is that all right? If you want, there's a guest book on the website. If you could give any feedback.
I really enjoyed my holiday.
Saturday morning.
Aren't the films brilliant?
Give a commentary.
Yeah, the commentary.
Yeah. What is a hazard?
Rachel is a hazard. Me driving.
Comments on my website.
Here you go. This is the short assessment one.
Welcome to the days Having looked through your applications, I see that you've got a couple of different styles. Richard, what kind of experience have you had in driving?
Yeah, drive all the time. Drive really aggressive work. Glad to be on the course, can't wait.
Rachel, I saw in your application.
I'm really nervous about it.
What kind of experience have you had driving?
Driving.
Should we start wrapping it up? Yeah.
And guys, can I just bring you back to us for just a minute? I know you're all really involved in our website, which is so exciting, but we are on a time limit. I think as a group, we would just like to thank Bex for this new task, this new style, and also grouping us together, because we really have had a good time together and it's been quite fun. It's been thought-provoking, challenging and definitely funny. Please check out the website when you've got more time and explore our assessment methods and reflections and have a giggle at our expense as well. So thank you very much for having a look and listening to our presentation. Thank you.
Yay!